You see, like, how my face is crooked? I had Bell's palsy a few years ago, or Ramsay Hunt's disease. I'm not really sure which one. I was never diagnosed, but they say that you get it a lot of times because of stress and it breaks down your autoimmune system. Not really sure, but I was stressed because I had been building a business that I started in my basement, and now we're in 20 states, and I have two offices. It's 100% woman owned business. And it was really stressful to build something like that because you're working not just your day job, you're 40 hours a week or 50 hours a week doing your job, but then you're working another 30 hours, 20, 30 hours a week trying to build processes and trying to, you know, uh, do all the other stuff that you don't realize is part of a business. So yeah, I was really stressed out, and it affected my relationship. It affected my health. But I got through it, and now my business is in a great place. 13 years later, I'm just could not be happier where it is. I probably will actually make a pretty decent profit this year after all these years of going, being barely getting by. It's all going to finally start to pay off. Excuse me, I've got to do this because my eye is bugging me. Now that I'm noticing it. Also, I went from 230 pounds, and I'm clocking in now at 168.5. I'm about 20 pounds away from my goal weight. And last year, when I was thinking about really wanting to talk to you guys, I was thinking these are great things to talk about because I've lost a lot of weight. I started a business. With the ups and downs of a 20-year marriage, I am in the best place. My husband and I are in the best place in our marriage. We have great communication, and we've worked through some really challenging things, like so many people have in their relationships, but we didn't call it quits. We worked through it, and I can see where people just go, fuck it, I'm out. Because I said that like multiple times, like I'm out. But I think fighting through that was fighting through for anything good is the most important thing you can do. And I thought, God, these are really interesting things to talk about, and maybe it could help somebody else because, also the other thing, I'm 55 years old, going through menopause, so that's fantastic. I all these things are relevant to so many men and women, and so what I realized all those things had in common was getting my mind straight. I came from a pretty fucked up childhood, like so many of you guys did. Had a little bit of trauma. I don't know how you have a little bit of trauma, but I had trauma. Trauma and drama. Those are the two things that were really prevalent in my childhood. And how did I get through that? Well, I had to figure out getting my brain straight. I had to get my mind right. I had to get my stinking thinking straight. And it's a constant work in progress. It never is not a work in progress. It's constant attention to my mind and myself and self-care. And this is the one thing I think we do not do. We just put off self-care, and it is the most important thing that we can do for ourselves and for our family and for the people we love. But most importantly, it's what we are going to need to do to get through this freaking dumpster fire of Donald Trump. Do I have Trump derangement syndrome? Absolutely. I absolutely have it. Trump is a disease. And I don't care if you are for him or against him. We all have been infected by him. And it has made us do crazy fucking shit. And we need to stop doing this crazy shit. So we need to heal ourselves, whether you are supporting this insanity or you are fighting against it. You need to pick a side, right? We cannot just like sit on the sidelines for this shit show anymore. And that's what I realized. So instead of doing my fun videos on health and fitness and doing my garden this year, I'm doing this crazy bullshit political critical thinking stuff. And it's like a whole second job because I still got to run my business. I still got to deal with my health and my mental stability, and my relationships, and all those things are still important. But now I'm, focused on trying to learn how to do all these other things and do videos. So I thought, these are all connected. All of this stuff is connected. So I'm going to start talking more about when we're talking about political critical thinking, how we work together to set boundaries in our lives, how we make sure that we get through the next 4 years, or God forbid 8 years or 12 years, or God knows how long this guy will live, or run this, not get out of office. Who knows? We cannot predict the future. Although it is my job as a risk manager, that's my job. I own an insurance agency. and I specialize in high risk insurance for construction. It is literally my job to look at the future and try to predict what's going to happen, but not really predict it, but more mitigate any kind of catastrophe. So that's really what I thought I would do, is assess the risk and try to help myself and in tandem help you guys figure out how to work through this insanity that we are going through, and do it with grace and do it with love and thrive, because we can thrive. We can, make, not to be a cliche, we can make lemonade out of lemons. We can take this horror show and make something good out of it for ourselves and for our country. And I really do believe that. I really, really do believe that. And in this time, at 55 years old, going through all the things that I've gone through, I will tell you, even with a crooked face, I never felt better in my life. I've never felt that I look better. I never felt that I see things more clearly. I've just never been happier. And I know that that's going to help me get through this. Even if I come off angry sometimes, we can be angry and be happy. We can be mad at people and still love our life. It's not all or nothing. It's assessing your emotions and knowing how you're feeling and being authentic and honest. Honesty is going to be the most important thing we can be with ourselves and with other people. So the point of this video is to share with you that I'm really going to focus and work on incorporating all the things I wanted to talk about before this shit show of Donald Trump, and starting political critical thinking, and also just try to incorporate it all. And it might be clunky, but I'm at the beginning of doing all these videos anyway. I'm just kind of learning. So my question to you guys is, what are you most interested in? Are you most interested in, learning about business, about building better relationships, health, fitness, whatever? I'm not an expert by any means. I've just figured out the hacks for me that works for me in my life. And I think that's the only thing I can really mostly share with you, is just my journey and how I've figured out how to do things. And maybe you'll incorporate some of those things. Maybe they'll work for you. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just spark some ideas. Either way, it's all about baby steps, and giving yourself some grace, and being okay to just go to bed sometimes with a pint of ice cream and just calling it a day. That's okay too. But let me know, and thanks for watching. And if this is on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And if it's on TikTok, well, you know what to do. Thanks. Bye.